Hey guys, it's Shelby. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing my perfume collection. A while back, one of my viewers and I were chit-chatting back and forth, and she had made a special request to have me do this video. She knows I'm an avid collector and had asked for it. So I'm going to turn the camera around and let's get started. So this is how I store my perfume collection. I have these 3 glass shelves that can purchased at Lowe's, and I really like a couple of things about it. The first is it allows me to use the vertical space and not clutter up a countertop. And then secondly, it limits the number of perfumes in my collection, because I love perfumes. Like, I love perfumes. And this is just a way that I kind of limit the collection. If it doesn't fit on these shelves, then I need to get rid of something to add something, kind of thing. And I think it just looks really pretty and clean, and I can see everything. And when I walk into this area and I see my collection, it just gives me joy. So that's how I store my perfume collection. The very first fragrance I want to share with you is Garland Shalimar. Oh my gosh, this is such a romantic perfume. Just the bottle itself was designed by Guerlain's son, and Baccarat Crystal originally made the bottle. It's just gorgeous. It's actually won awards for the bottle design just itself. Now, if Shalimar is an exceptional perfume, the romantic love story behind it is out of this world. It was born in the gardens of Shalimar. And you have to say it like that, Shalimar. There was a prince in India, and he saw this young maiden and was just enamored by her. It was truly love at first sight. And as he courted her, they could be seen walking the gardens of Shalimar, just enjoying each other's company. Well, they eventually married and had a very large family. In fact, tragically, giving birth to their 14th child, she passed away, and he was completely devastated. As emperor, he built a mausoleum to remember his wife. That is the Taj Mahal. Oh, I tell you what, I have on my bucket list, I want to go to India and sit on that bench in front of the Taj Mahal. And let me tell you something, I'm going to be spraying on my Shalimar. And tell Ken, go ahead, snap the picture now. I'm ready. But yeah, this is such a classic scent. It was from the 1920s, so it's really, surpassed the test of time. Get a little spray here. I love bergamot as a top note, and it's a little citrusy. Then it kind of goes into the florals. There's jasmine and rose, but it's the base notes. The base notes are just so beautiful. You smell the patchouli, the vanilla, the musk, and there's a little bit of tonka bean. Gorgeous perfume. Guerlain Shalimar from 1925. It's a soft amber oriental is the classification. And you feel like Princess Jasmine when you wear it, let's be honest. I could fly on a carpet, let me tell you. Now, there is one fragrance that I'm gonna wear until the very end. I'll be in my nursing home like, can you get me my perfume? And then they're gonna have to hand it to me. I'm gonna have to spray it on. And you guys are gonna laugh. I have been wearing this for literally 20 years, but it is Tommy Girl. And I cannot tell you how many bottles I have purchased over the years. But I wore this as a nurse because it was such a clean smell, and it wasn't offensive to my patients or anything. It's very subtle, and so it was kind of the one I wore to work all those years. But yeah, just gorge. I love black currant on the top notes, and then you just get all of the apple blossoms and lemon and grapefruit, and there's honeysuckle and lily. Oh, a little bit of rose, not too much. Oh, yeah. Magnolia, jasmine, and then the base note has cedar in it, so it's very, very clean. Just a very clean, light, fresh fragrance. And even now, if I just get out of the shower and I don't have anything planned, I might be doing some housekeeping or something, I tend to reach for the Tommy Girl. I mean, I'm gonna smell good when I scrub them toilets, okay? And another thing, I really like the hand lotion from the Tommy Girl one. It's really pretty. And I'll tell you, Tommy Hilfiger, he could come to my nursing home and he could say, honey, you just got to give it up because you're like a Tommy old lady. I'll be like, get him out of my room and give him my Tommy Girl. He must be senile crazy. Think I'm going to give that up. But I'm serious. I'm a Tommy Girl ride and die kind of girl. I'm going to keep that forever. I love that smell. So light, fresh, clean. Can't go wrong. Tommy Girl. The next couple of fragrances are from Viktor and Roth, and I love their perfumes. I really, really, really do. They're fantastic. The first one is called Flowerbomb, and the packaging is so adorable. It's like a grenade that you could just pull the pin and poof, all these flowers are just strewn everywhere. But when I first smelt Flowerbomb, the scent memory took me back to my wedding day. And it was as if I was smelling my bridal bouquet. I mean, it was just transformed me back 30 years, you know? And, but it was just so beautiful and so balanced. And like you could wear this on your wedding day. I mean, you could wear Flowerbomb on your wedding day for sure. The only drawback is it's a little pricey. Yeah, but well, let's give it a smell here. The top note is bergamot. I love bergamot. And then you just get right into the florals, and it's just, you're smelling your bridal bouquet. I mean, it's just beautiful. If you can just remember that scent when you were getting married as a bride, and all of those flowers, and oh, it's just so pretty. There's jasmine and rose and freesia, orchid, orange blossoms. It's just all those white flowers, those white wedding flowers. And then the base notes are patchouli and musk. And it's just a beautiful, beautiful fragrance. Flowerbomb. Yep. This is like a bridal day in a bottle. Another Viktor and Roth perfume that I have in my collection is called Bonbon. And this is a fun fragrance. OMG. First of all, the packaging, I mean, how adorable is this? It looks like a piece of candy that's wrapped up. So scrumdiddlicious. And yeah, just gorgeous. Lots of fun. And if you have ever, and I know that there are a lot of people that watch my channel that are my age, if you've ever worn Aquafina Sugar, and I know you did, girl, just I know it, and enjoyed that sweet kind of fragrance, or Prada's Candy, you're really gonna love, love, love this one, because this is just like an upscale version of those two. Lots of fun. But I have to say, it should come with a warning. They should have called it Bum Magnet instead of Bonbon. Because when you wear this, usually you're like in a good mood. You might be wearing a pair of jeans and a t-shirt. You've done your hair and makeup, but you got like a gazillion errands to run. And you find yourself at the grocery store, and you're feeling the avocados, make sure they're kind of ripe. And I tell you what, some like random dude just kind of comes right here and they sniff you. And you're just like, oh my goodness, this is not happening. And then, you know, he says, oh, you smell so terrific. And you're just like, okay, thank you. Bye-bye now. You just go about your business. Yeah, they should have called it Bum Magnet, because that happens all the time. I think guys are actually really attracted to the sweet fragrances, if truth be known. I think they should do a study on that if they haven't already. But this one, let's give it a smell. It's a fun fragrance to wear. You just can't be sad wearing this. You just can't. Okay, right off the bat, you get mandarin, you get orange, you get peach. And then the orange blossoms come in, and it kind of reinforces the orange from the top note. There's jasmine, and it's a little sweet, like caramel, homemade caramel, kind of yummy. And the base notes are amber, cedar, and sandalwood. Just a really fun fragrance. It's a little pricey. It's definitely kind of a top end kind of perfume, but you can tell it's really a fun fragrance to wear. And yeah, Bum Magnet, get you some. The next fragrances I want to share with you are from YSL, Yves Saint Laurent's. And when I was in high school, like a sophomore, my mom had got as a gift some Opium perfume, and she always wore Azure, so she offered it to my older sister, who was kind of in this hippie stage. And she was wearing things like musk and patchouli and burning incense, and I wasn't having any of that. So my mom asked me, you know, if I would like to wear it, and I was like, yes, I do. So I wore Opium in high school, and the two that I currently have in my collection is Black Opium and Mon Paris. Now, if this doesn't look like Paris in a bottle, I really don't know what does. Just gorgeous. Now, the Black Opium, this was introduced in 2014, kind of like a second generation of the original. And the flask is just kind of contemporary, I'll say. Kind of like rock and roll, you know, you wear this to a concert or something. And I just want to share with you guys, I took Ken to a Bon Jovi concert, and he was like, oh my gosh, isn't that kind of trite, you know? And I said, oh honey, you know what, we're so old, we know all the songs, we're gonna have fun. And we did. And we sang in every song that they performed, and it was a lot of fun. But yeah, you could wear this to Bon Jovi, you could wear it to Coldplay, whatever you're into. Definitely a beautiful fragrance. Now the Mon Paris is like an air of love. You're in love when you wear this one. Now this was introduced mid 2016. Now in the fragrance industry, there's a real trend where they have whole lines of fragrances that you have all these different fragrances, and you blend them and you layer them and you put 2 or 3 or 4 or more or whatever on, and it creates like a whole new fragrance. The cool thing about the Mon Paris and the Black Opium is they pair very well. If you're wearing the Mon Paris during the daytime and then you end up going to a concert in the evening, spray on some of the Black Opium. Together, poof, it's magic. It is really amazing. Now, you kind of get, I guess, 3 fragrances for the price of 2. So you kind of have to look at it like that. That's how I look at things. Always looking how I can get more perfume and explain it to Ken. Okay, so let's sample this Black Opium. You definitely feel like a wannabe bad girl when you wear it. Okay. Right off the bat, you smell orange blossoms and a little bit of fruit, like pear. And then it gets interesting. You smell coffee. There's some jasmine. And maybe, I don't know, a little bit of anise. And then at the very end, the dry down is like vanilla, patchouli, and cedar. The cedar makes it a little bit clean smelling. Very, very lovely. Very nice. Let's try the Mon Paris. Bergamot, and it's citrusy. Oh yeah, you can smell the berries. I love bergamot. No, the dry down, you can smell jasmine and peonies. I love peonies too. A little bit of orange blossom. And in the dry down, you smell the vanilla, the cedar. It's clean. Yeah, a little bit of patchouli. But what really finishes this perfume is the musk. It's a very complex, very rich musk smell at the end. Just beautiful though. That is a wonderful fragrance. So you can see when you combine the Mon Paris and a little bit of black opium, magic. Okay, so those are my two YSL perfumes I have in my collection currently. Highly recommend them. They're a lot of fun. They're a lot of fun for sure. The next fragrance is Brit Rhythm, and I love the bottle. It kind of reminds me of Valentino's Valentina bottle, but this one has like a plaid design, and I hope it's showing up on the camera. It's by Burberry. Now this fragrance here, I imagine that you're like in your 20s, 30s, you're through college, you have established a career, you met the man of your dreams, and he's invited you to go to the family lake house to meet all his family, and he's going to propose. What perfume do you wear? You wear Brit Rhythm. I mean, I tell you, it's the perfect perfume to get proposed in. So let me see here. Let's get a little sample here. It's fruity and it has citrus, and then you smell like jasmine and lilac. Yeah, it's a floral for sure. The dry down, there's some amber and driftwood, but I think it's the musk that kind of sets this one apart at the end. The dry down, there's definitely some musk. It's subtle though. It's very subtle. Yeah, very nice perfume. This one will definitely be in my collection as long as they continue to make it. And it kind of looks like a little flask. It's like the feminine version of, I think, a man's flask too, the design. But yeah, so if you're in your 20s or 30s and you're through college, you're successful, your long-term boyfriend has asked you to go to meet the parents, better get yourself some Brit Rhythm, girl. He's gonna propose and you want to smell good. So this one is a Brit Rhythm. The next series of fragrances that I want to share with you are by Dolce & Gabbana, and the first one is called The One. And you need to be careful because Dolce & Gabbana has a fragrance for men called The One. This is The One for women. And it is a lovely, sophisticated, beautiful, timeless perfume. Now this was made in 2006, and Dolce & Gabbana had only been doing perfumes for about 15 years or so, but I tell you what, they nailed it with this one. You know, oh, you can smell right off the bat the bergamot. So you guys know I already am a fan. And then there's peach and mandarin. Oh, jasmine comes in right now. And lily. I love flowers as much as I love fragrances, and I think they're so intertwined. I think it's just a wonderful match. Now the dry down, you definitely smell vanilla and musk, amber, and there's plum. And I love plum in the base notes. Christian Dior Poison has plum in the base note, and I just love that in a perfume. And this has it in here as well. Just gorge. Oh my gosh, you guys. You know what I imagine? I imagine in that movie Pretty Woman, when Julia Roberts, you know, they treated her so bad in the boutique on Rodeo Drive. But the scene where she's like walking down the street and she's wearing that really pretty white suit, and she has the big hat and high heels, and she has the man behind her carrying all her bags and stuff. Well, I imagined that, you know, this is what she must have smelled like. It's the one. I mean, that image is like what captures this perfume, if that makes sense. Gorgeous, timeless, sophisticated, beautiful. I mean, it's just like you just are strutting your stuff, girl, and you know you got it. And yeah, gorgeous, timeless. Can't say enough about this perfume. It is the one. Everyone should have the one. Well, if you're looking for the perfect summer fragrance, the next one just might be it for you. This is Dolce & Gabbana's Light Blue Eau Intense. Now, Dolce & Gabbana released the original light blue in 2001, and this was recently released. And I prefer this one hands down to the original. The original was, it was very lemony on the opening note. And this one is more tart, and then there's just a very subtle lemon at the beginning, and then it goes into jasmine. And here, let me get a little sample here. We'll smell it. It is casual elegance. That's how I would describe it. Just beautiful. Oh, it's perfection. It is perfection in a bottle. Yeah, it's very tart, lemon, but subtle lemon, jasmine. And then you get the amber and the musk at the end. This is summer in a bottle, but really sophisticated, casual. I can't say that enough. You know, you're in a pair of capri pants and a cute little shirt and sandals, and you know, heading out, and this is the one you want to reach for. It is perfection in a bottle. It is summer elegance in a bottle. For sure. I love this one so much. I want to smell it one more time. Oh, yeah. Dolce & Gabbana, Light Blue Eau Intense. Yep. The last Dolce & Gabbana fragrance that I want to share with you guys is called Rosa Excelsa. And I don't have a bottle of it, but Ken always gets a sample every time we go to the fragrance counter. And I've used a bunch of these, so these are just a few. I think it's a hint that I got the green light to get some more perfume here. But this is a blend of roses, but it's not an overbearing rose perfume, if that makes sense, because those give me a headache. I can't stand them. But this one is gorgeous. They used a rose from a Turkish rose, and apparently They hand pick it right when the sun comes up. It's quite the process. It's called Absolute Rose is the specific rose that they use. And then they used a African dog rose. And I've never smelt an African dog rose, but I've seen pictures. It looks like a big white flower and there's yellow anthems in the middle, and I have been told that it smells like lily of the valley. So it's the blend of these two roses, and it's the first time that the African dog rose has been used in a perfume, just like a little bit of trivia. But the bottle, oh my gosh, the bottle is frosted glass, and it has this like black tie on it, and then a big red rose on top. It's really beautiful. So I definitely will be purchasing this and adding it to my collection. It's a beautiful fragrance, and it's obvious that Ken is attracted to it. There's a little bit of musk in the base. It's really, really, really pretty. So this one is Rosa Excelsa. Even though it's spelled Excelsa, it's pronounced Excelsa. Whatever. It's pretty. And I'm going to get it too. Another perfume that I have in my collection that's kind of light for summer is called Gucci 2. And this one is just a very straightforward scent. If I can get the top off. Right away, you smell the mandarin and the orange. It has black currants. I love that as a top note. And then there's jasmine, and then it finishes with heliotrope and cedar. Just very straightforward. Now the top, everybody makes fun of the top because look at, here's the bottle, and then here's this top. And it's like a paperweight, and it looks like a hockey puck to me, and I might keep it actually because my grandfather was on the first and second Stanley Cup, and yeah, it looks like a hockey puck, so I might keep that. Ugh. You know, this one, Gucci 2, kind of reminds me of Victoria Beckham's Intimately. She had perfume and a body lotion. And but the perfume, the Victoria Beckham Intimately perfume, was a little bit more powdery, and this one's not powdery at all. But I used to love the lotion. I was so sad when that was discontinued. Gucci 2. It's a nice little straightforward fragrance. Now, if you guys like Body Works Sweet Pea, the lotion and the fragrance, the little misty spray, you might like this next fragrance. This is one that I wear on date night. Pretty exclusively. I always keep an extra bottle on hand, and this fragrance is called Black Sensual by Johan, and the package looks like a pair of lips, and Ken actually picked this out for me, and I've been wearing it pretty exclusively for date nights for quite some time. So there's something to be said for scent memory. I mean, I could spray this on and just kind of walk past Ken, and it's like, you know, we'll end up going on a date. It's just like Pavlov's dogs. Don't tell him I said that, but it's true. Okay, let's give this a spray. And if you like sweet pea, you'll like this because there's some in there. The first thing that you smell right off the bat is strawberry and apple, and then you get the florals. A little bit of rose, not much. There's some jasmine, freesia, and the sweet pea. Yeah. Now the tone down has sandalwood and amber, but it's just a very sensual kind of aroma. I better just stop talking. Date night. Date night perfume, girls. Get you some and only use it for date night. Scent memory. I only have one from Giorgio Armani, and it is C. And this fragrance is one of my favorites. And that's really hard for me to say because it's like having children. You love them all, but you know, there's some that are kind of special. And this one is special. This one is, the top note has black currant. I like that. You guys know that by now. And then the florals are very light, kind of almost in the background a little bit. And then it gets a little woodsy, and then kind of a light little musk kind of comes around. And it's where I wear this is like in Cabo San Lucas. If we go out to dinner, get all dressed up, you got a little black dress on, you're gonna have some fun, you're with your couple of couples, friends that we go with all the time down there. It is vacation in a bottle. Oh, I love this smell. I try to save it for, you know, just vacation, you can tell. But it's beautiful. And every time I smell it, I just fall in love with it all over again. Oh, it's one of my favorites. Oh my gosh. See, by Giorgio Armani. Just say yes, 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 yes. See, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. One of my favorites. Okay, as far as my Chanel collection, of course, I have Chanel number 5. And I wear this for kind of special occasions, New Year's Eve, or maybe going to a wedding, things like that. And it's a very classic, sophisticated scent. Obviously, it's been around since 1921. And then I have, and I don't know what else to really say about Chanel number 5 that hasn't already been said. I mean, it's just, then I have the lighter version. It's less concentrated, and I have like one little application, and then I have a backup here. And then Chanel came out with a version. It smells like Chanel number 5, but it's kind of a lighter version, and I think it's just an attempt to like appeal at a broader base of people. Younger people tend to like this one more, and then like the Chanel perfume, it's more of a mature scent, I would say. But I like this one too. And then I also have one of my all-time favorites, and that's Coco Mademoiselle. And that's what I'm wearing today. And I know a lot of the young girls love Coco Mademoiselle, but I think it just transcends age. In fact, that's what I'm wearing today. I'm gonna spray some on. It's a lovely smell. This is like kind of like that Giorgio Armani C, not in the scent profile, but just how much I love this one. It's like, yeah, it's a wonderful, delightful, yummy fragrance. And most people really, really, really love Coco Mademoiselle. I'll say that. And then I have one more. I have this one. It's a round bottle. It's really pretty. And I don't speak French. I don't think it's chance. I think it's whatever the French pronunciation is. It means luck in French. So if you speak French, then that's how you say it. Chance. I don't even know. But this one is really pretty. And it kind of reminds me, like when I wear this is when we go to New York City. It's just like Sex in the City. It's sophisticated and like really sexy. And there's jasmine, and the base notes are kind of deep a little bit, musk and vanilla and patchouli. But it's just sophisticated and sexy. Think Sex in the City. What's that one TV show with Sarah Jessica Parker? Yeah, she probably smelled like this. And that's all the Chanel I have. I do want to get the Eau Tundra. It's another one that's in the round bottles, and I'd like to add that to my collection. But that's my Chanel collection. What can I say? Yum. The next fragrance is by Tory Burch, and it's called Love Relentlessly. And the packaging on this is just gorgeous, beautiful. And this was a recent gift from Ken for my birthday. And I know exactly why he was attracted to this fragrance, because I've never made any mention to him about this. But it's because there's similarities between this one and the Dolce Gabbana Rosa Excelsa, the one he always gets the samples for. This one is really fruity right off the top. And then there's iris and rose. And then it dries down. There's patchouli and there's amber. And this one is beautiful. It's light and just a really pleasant fragrance. And I would wear this one to church, you know, and just smell good. Just sit there and just, you know, if the pastor gets a little long-winded, you can just be like, oh, you know. Another fragrance I have is Victoria's Secret's Bombshell. And I love the packaging on this. In fact, I think Victoria's Secret, they have some of the best packaging. I really believe that. But this one is the fragrance I usually go to bed wearing at night. It's just brush my teeth, put on some Bombshell, and you're good to go. This is a really pretty fragrance. I can't tell you how many bottles of this I've purchased over the years, but it's a little fruity at first, and then you get the peony, which I love, and the jasmine and orchids, and then it's a little bit naughty at the end. It has some musk. It's just a wonderful nighttime little before you get into bed. Victoria's Secret Bombshell. Another fragrance I have is Chloe, and you guys probably know this one. It's been around for a while. It's pretty popular. Beautiful fragrance though. It has all my favorites in it. Peonies, freesia. Really nice. Oh, Lily of the Valley, rose, magnolia. Kind of comes in at the end. And then the dry down, there's amber and cedar. This is just a really fun weekend kind of fragrance, and that's mostly when I wear it. And again, I've purchased quite a few bottles of this, the Chloe. It appeals to almost everyone who smells it, loves it. It's a very nice perfume. I'm getting down to the wire. I'm getting a little tired, you probably can tell, but I only got a few more, so I'm gonna kind of get through them. I'm gonna tell you about my first perfume. I don't have the bottle, but when I was 11, I bought my first perfume. I babysat and mowed lawns and scrounged enough money together to buy Revlon's Charlie. And it was kind of like the Mary Tyler Moore of fragrances as far as the ad campaign. And like I said earlier, you know, my older sister, she was going through her little hippie stage, and I just went in the complete opposite direction. So that was my first fragrance. Now my next perfume, I kind of keep it in my collection because it reminds me of my college years. And boy, I have a few stories to tell. But there was a boutique in Beverly Hills. Fred Heyman was the owner, and it was quite the popular place. All the movie stars went there, and just really a hit place. It was actually right on the corner there on Rodeo Drive. The address was like 273 or 276 or something like that. And there's a reason why I have that in my brain after all these years. But he was there before Rodeo Drive was in existence. And In November of 1981, he launched a perfume, which was pretty extraordinary because before that, only New York City or Paris really was putting out perfumes. It wasn't like today where every celebrity has a perfume or anything like that. It was he was the first one to say, hey, I'm making a perfume. And he thought it might help his boutique business promote it and stuff like that. So in November of 81, he threw this huge launch party, and he spent $270,000 on this party, which was crazy money. My parents, just to give you like a point of reference, they purchased their dream home like 4 years earlier for $57,000, and their house was really, really nice. So $270,000, oh my gosh, kind of crazy. And some of the younger girls, they may not know who Merv Griffin is, but us old broads, we know who he is, and he was really kind of at the top of his game. He was the MC for the party. They had 5 restaurants that catered food, and they had a big tent set up in the parking lot, and they had the iconic yellow and white stripes on it. They had the awnings on the side of the boutique, and this big Rolls Royce, and the whole trunk of it was full of full-size bottles of Giorgio perfume. Now, I was in nursing school, and I told my parents, I said, I only want one thing for Christmas. I just want Giorgio. And during nursing school, all of us girls, we'd go out on a Friday night or Saturday night, and we were just poor students. I mean, back then, I had worked as a lifeguard, putting myself through school, and you could do that. You might have a couple of roommates and stuff, but you could make enough money if you were frugal that, you could make all of your basic needs and get by and get through school. It's not like today the cost of school is so crazy that, kids have to get loans and have rich parents or get grants or whatever, and work just to make it through college. But back then you could work and you could get through. And so occasionally all of us nursing students would go out for a girls' night out, but we didn't have a lot of money, so we couldn't really afford, really nice perfumes. So we would go down to Fred Hayman's little boutique, and he had it's right on the corner, and there was these 2 double doors. And when you walked through it, it had misters, like in Palm Springs, they have the misters when it's really hot. Well, Fred Hayman had put Giorgio perfume in his misters. So when you walked in, you got sprayed with the perfume. So all of us girls, we would walk really slow, and we'd kind of like talk to each other, and we'd kind of turn around, and we'd stumble and, kind of dig through our purses, whatever we had to do just so we could get drenched in the perfume. Oh my gosh. And then we'd go out and have a wonderful girls' night out. So yeah. Can you imagine? Oh my gosh, you guys. But I wore Giorgio all through college, and I could never wear it, in class or at the hospital or anything like that. It was definitely a going out kind of perfume, and it's loud. It's like a ray of sunshine. It's like a ray of sunshine on a very hot day, like scorched earth, and it lasts forever. In fact, I just can't believe. Some restaurants would have little signs that would basically say, if you were overzealous in your application of Giorgio, that they could refuse the right to serve you or ask you to leave. So it was pretty overpowering sometimes, I think, because people would just spray it on, just so much of it, or stand in the doorway like we did. And but I keep it in my collection because it's just reminds me of like fun times in college, and
and all that. And anyway, he made a lot of money on Giorgio. He ended up selling it to Avon Company for over $250,000, and or $250,000, excuse me, like $250 million. And I think Elizabeth Arden holds the distributor license currently. But it's actually in the Perfume Hall of Fame because it was one of the best sellers, and because he was one of the first people to say, hey, I can make a perfume too. Yeah, I don't have to live in New York City, and I don't have to live in Paris. I'm living in Beverly Hills. And because of him and his boutique, that's what started Rodale Drive. And I believe that they, Beverly Hills, have given him the title as like an honorary mayor, like lifetime honorary mayor of Beverly Hills. But Giorgio, Beverly Hills. And let me tell you, I had the gym bag too. The next couple of fragrances are by Marc Jacobs, and I'm kind of new to his perfumes, and I'm kind of loving them. He has quite a few different scents out, and I'm just kind of anxiously waiting to give them a try. The first one is called Daisy. It's like a real cute little package, and he describes this as the girl next door. And I'd agree with that. I also think it's happiness in a bottle. Like if you wake up on the wrong side of the bed, get yourself some Daisy and spray it on because it's just joyful. Like you can't be sad and wear Daisy. Daisy is just happiness, joy, just, yeah, contentment, everything. There's some grapefruit, gardenia, jasmine, and there's some vanilla and musk at the end. And it's just a really fun fragrance. Fun, happy, joy, sunshine. Now, the second Marc Jacobs fragrance that I have is called Decadence, and the package is really cute. It's like a little purse, like OMG. And this fragrance, I would wear it to like a ballet or the symphony or something like that. I mean, just something kind of over the top. A gala. I don't know. Something big like that. It's yummy. I like it because it has plum, jasmine, and amber. 3 of my faves. And Gorge has like a little tassel too. I'm down to the last couple fragrances, and they're all by Dior. So when I graduated from nursing school and I got my first paycheck, I went into the Harris department store and I wanted to get my signature scent because I had money to spend. And at the time, everyone was crazy about Calvin Klein's Obsession. Like everybody was wearing it. And when I went into the Harris department store, I saw this. And it was on like a glass shelf, and it was kind of rotating around, and it had lights beaming down on it. And it just looked like the forbidden fruit. And this is Christian Dior's Poison. And they have several, like 3 or 4 new generation Poisons, but this was like the OG, okay? And it is, when I smell it, it's just, I love this fragrance. And the dry down on this is so crazy wonderful. There's plum in here, and it's just like you spray it on. It's definitely like a going out, a date night. And I used to wear this when Ken and I were dating.
you know, put it on, go out for a date, but it's the dry down, that next morning kind of dry down when you're laying in bed. That smell is so intoxicating. It is my favorite smell ever. The dry down on this. When you spray it on, it's different. But when it totally dries down and it just kind of is there because it has a really long lasting time on the body, that dry down smell, oh my gosh, it's like so wonderful. But Poison by Dior. And I had everything. I had the body gel, the lotion, I had all. And it's one of my faves.
The next Christian Dior fragrance is called Jadore, and the packaging is just beautiful. And I always imagined that I Dream of Jeannie smelled like this. I have no idea why, but that's what I imagined she smelled like. It's just a beautiful fragrance. It's a little fruity. It has jasmine, orchid, and rose. And then it finishes with a musk at the end. And it's just I Dream of Jeannie. Gotta put the top on. I always wished I could like do like this and like have the whole house cleaned. I don't know if you guys thought that. That's what I wanted her magical talents to do, was just clean the house. Fold the clothes. But it's a beautiful fragrance. Another Dior fragrance I have, I love the House of Dior, love, is called Dune. And the bottle is really neat. I'm going to turn it. It kind of tapers down. Can you see that? It's really pretty. And I've been wearing this for years. I'll go through I'm getting tired. I'll go through a bottle and then I'll repurchase one. I've gone through quite a few bottles over the years, and this is just a really deep, wonderful fragrance. It's hard to describe. The base notes have patchouli and musk and vanilla and amber in it, and there's such a depth to it, and it's just beautiful. It's a beautiful fragrance. And I like to wear this like in the fall, you know, like going to football games and stuff like that. You put some of this on and it just kind of, the warmth of the perfume, just there's something about it in the fall that I love wearing this. And if you've never tried Dune, next time you're at the department store, go get a little squirt and see what you think.
The last fragrance from Dior is Miss Dior. And this is the Absolutely Blooming. Miss Dior Absolutely Blooming. And they have another just like Miss Dior. And then they had the old Miss Dior that they changed the name to. It's kind of confusing. But this is the Absolutely Blooming. And I love this one because it has three of my favorites: blackcurrant, peony, and musk. And it's a little bit youthful fragrance, but I don't know. The packaging's really cute, and it has all of some of my favorites. You know, the blackcurrant, the peony, the musk. So I think that's why I'm attracted to it. And I tend to wear this like if I go do something with one of my son's girlfriends or something, I'll spray it on, you know. My attempt to be forever young. Yeah, right. So that's the end of it. This is all of my fragrances, you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed my perfume collection. It was a lot of fun doing this video. As you can tell, I could probably talk on and on and on about perfume. It's one of my passions. So again, thank you for joining me, and you guys have a great day.